Good morning, kapumpers, metamaniacs, crypto boomers worldwide. It's the Block Father, your crypto daddy. Although I'm not, maybe I should be. Champagne, and I'm back in the metaverse. Make sure you drop a comment, hit the like, the subscribe, the post notification. We are preparing for big gains. Preparing for big gains. While the market's getting bearish, I'm stacking. I'm packing. Stacking up this dry powder. I'm putting more in the chamber because I think the opportunities, the time for the opportunities are coming. If they're not here already. People are doomy and gloomy out there. There's certainly a sentiment of bearishness, but I see this as a time to prepare for big gains. To prepare for big gains. This is the accumulation period. This is the waiting room. This is the time where we separate the men from the mice, the pits from the poodles, the cocks from the cooks. Shout out to my meta cocks out there, my biggest roosters, my big cocks. I'm talking about the roosters, guys. I don't know what you're thinking of. We're preparing for big gains out here as the market gets bearish, and I will expect it to maintain bearishness for the short term, or even get more bearish going into the fall, or maybe even into 2023. I don't know how long this is going to last. I think we're due for some pressure. We got to shake out the bad hands out there, and this is how we prepare for our big gains. We got to get some people out the way. Okay, things got a little bit hyperinflated, or a little bit too hype there for the metaverse there for a second. And I think we need to shake out the bad hands. Maybe we got to go down a little lower. Take a little more time here in preparation for that next kapump. And I'm telling you, it's coming down the block. I can see it. It's coming to a blockchain near you. I can see it down there. It's moving slow. I can see that bull coming. Okay, well, we're going to have to deal with this bearishness in the short term. So we'll be preparing for big gains. And what I mean by that is that as we take a dip, a dive, and a slide southwards, there's definitely going to be opportunities, because when this thing swings back around, when this monster comes back around and Bitcoin starts charging towards all-time highs again, you're going to wish that you secured the bag when everybody was sad. When everybody was a little doomy and gloomy out there. It's the champagne cryptomaniacs that were deep in the trenches firing. Looking for those deals and steals and stacking and packing. Shout out to all the metamaniacs. Drop a comment in the chat. I don't even have the chat up. Sometimes it's good not to have the chat up and just go ahead and freestyle it. What do I think about Cardia Chain and Taraxa and Solana, Etna? I don't know anything about Cardia Chain or Taraxa. Solana's cool. Etna, I've heard of I think we've covered it. But Solana is one that definitely stands out. And again, last bear market, okay, in the 2020, after Corona or whatever, if you would have scooped up some of these Solanas, some of these Terra Lunas, some of these meta coins, you'd be in the 1000x probably, okay? And I think that opportunity is going to present itself again. We just got to watch out for the winners. There's some coins that are solid news out here. I still believe in these Ether alternatives, these AVAXs, these Matics, these Phantoms, these Solanas, these Terra Lunas. I think that they're going to pump. But more importantly, there's some coins that are smaller cap that may even move more. Okay, you got your Thetas. Okay, you got your Thor chains. And those meta coins, those DFKs, and some of those, even the knockoffs may do well. Guys Life, I see you. Adrian, good morning. Midas the dog, good morning. I informed everybody in the Champagne Room Discord this morning that our Medal of Honor whitelist spots are almost filled. They're almost filled out there. The mint date will be next week. The exact day and time is yet to be announced, but it will be soon. So make sure that you join the Discord. The link is down below. It's free to join. You don't have to give me your social security or your blood type or anything. Just go ahead and click and slide on in. That's not going to last forever. I'm going to put a barrier to entry at some point. So you want to make sure you get into the party before there's a line outside, because it's coming. Right now it's kind of bearish. Everything is kind of quiet, and this is where we start stacking and packing our chips. Okay? I think that the legacy could be written during a bear market, or at least establish. That long legacy could establish. And what I mean by that is, like, for example, look at Ether. Ether launched during a bear market. I believe Hex also launched during a bear market. Talking about Hex. Where are my Hex haters at? One of the most hated coins in crypto. But it did better than Danielle Siesta coin, right? Sheesh. Time is up, though, today. Time is up there at 2 cents. It's funny that I mentioned Hex in the context of Wonderland and time. Time is up today, 21% against ETH and 19% against Bitcoin. And then you got Hex is up 15% against USDT and 11% against ETH. This is in anticipation for Pulse Chain. And I think that Pulse Chain may launch during the bear market. Okay? Don't sleep. I think Hex is going to boom when Pulse Chain comes out. And as a use case, I'm going to compare it softly to DFK when DFK launched their own chain. DFK Jewel, we saw an all-time high of like $22, and it bled out and lost weight, and it hit like $3.90 before rebounding back to about $11 or $12 during the time that they launched Crystal Veil on their own blockchain. Now, Hex and Pulse are doing something similar. Hex won't be the gas token, but it'll be one of the keys for liquidity over there. And because of that, I wouldn't be surprised if Hex exceeds its all-time highs somewhere in and around when Pulse Chain launches, which apparently is going to be really soon. I would expect it in the next few months. I'll be honest with you. I think it should have already dropped already, but we're patiently waiting. I do have positive expectations after seeing all the movement and activity on the testnet, the strength of the community. So don't sleep on that. I know it's highly controversial or highly hated because, guys out there flossing and being a little flamboyant, but ultimately, I think it's worked for him. Anyhow, Spell's up, TRX is up, Cake, but the real winners here are Hex and Wonderland time today. We got a lot of blood in the market as well. Some of your faves are downtown. And that's why I think it's a great time to prepare for these big gains, because we will be seeing more downward pressure is what I am expecting. Okay, this Bitcoin could break down into the 30,000, maybe even the $20,000 range. So you got to be prepared for that. Stack the dry powder, keep one in the chamber, keep your storm supplies ready just in case this thing starts blowing. $40,000 BTC. Shout out to Crypto Dude. Guy's life question now is who makes the move on ETH, he's asking. When it comes to Bitcoin and ETH, it's more about the institutions. I mean, at this point, to move the market there, you got to have major baggage. It's not just one guy's going to slide on in and move the market. Now, if you got a big corporation like Apple or something like that acquires ETH or Bitcoin, that's what's going to happen. Now, I do expect that to happen within the next, less than 5 years. You're going to start seeing more institutions acquiring the blue chips and using them as some sort of a reserve, is what I'm expecting. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm anticipating, and that will or could add to the positive price appreciation of the blue chips and ultimately the smaller caps, the whole metaverse and whatnot. The meta is still small. Meta's really still small. I expect Meta to lose more weight than Bitcoin does here in the short term, but I also expect it to rebound a lot stronger than Bitcoin, ETH, and the other blue chips. I mean, so if Bitcoin and ETH are going to 5x in the next 5 years, I would expect 50x from the metaverse in the next 5 years, or even more. How you feeling about CRO, champ? I'm feeling all right about it. I like CRO. I got a bag of CRO. I think CRO positions itself to be a leading and dominating crypto company, and I've often referred to them as the Binance of the West. That's one thing you got to look at. I mean, how are these coins, these networks going to generate revenue? And obviously, CRO, it appears to have a business model. A lot of these coins, a lot of these projects are not necessarily generating any revenue, nor have they figured out how they're really going to do it yet. And I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will. It hasn't been clearly defined. But now you have some other coins, like for instance, CRO. It seems like they have a revenue model. Whoever that is, they have to be a credible alternative to the financial industry. So DOT, Cardano, Near, AVAX, one of these has to pick up the slack now. It says, guys, life. Yeah, and they have been. They have been. Those have all. And you could throw CRO in there too. CRO is if I'm not mistaken, they're Cosmos compatible, IBC or whatever. And that's the point I'm trying to make here. It's we got to prepare for those big gains, okay, and expect the market to bleed out. Some of these coins are going to look like death. Okay, some of these coins will not resurrect from this bear market, but there are a handful that will, and they will rise, in my opinion, like boomers. So keep your eyes on the solid projects. Let's go through CoinGecko and see if there's any name brands that we should keep an eye on out here. Shout out to Crypto Dude, Guys Life, the rest of the meta maniacs out there. I appreciate all you maniacs. Bitcoin, they're holding at 40K, but as I said, I wouldn't be surprised if it breaks down to the $30,000 or $20,000 range in the coming months. So I'm prepared for that. But look, ultimately, like it says in the title, if that happens, we're even set up for larger gains, bigger gains over the long term. I think it's more of a wind up, a little pullback before we catapult into the sky. Maybe we'll reach the firmament. Maybe. The Solanas, the AVAX, the Maddox, even the Polkadot's, which Polkadot's been quiet compared to some of these other ones that I just mentioned. Polkadot was top 10 at one moment, but it's kind of lost weight. But listen, Solana, Cardano, Terra, AVAX, Near, Chronos, Polygon. These are quality coins. The Cosmos, and then of course you have something like Filecoin offers a service. You may want to keep an eye on that. ApeCoin, they're becoming somewhat of a brand. They're somewhat of a cultural brand here in crypto. I believe now they're selling merchandise. Now, does that warrant a market cap of 3.3 billion? I don't know. This may be a little inflated. And of course, you got your metaverses, Decentraland, Sandbox. These things are not going anywhere. I don't think so. I think that these things will survive this bear market, and you'll see them top 20. Theta is another one. Phantom is another one. Tezos sounds strong. There's a pretty good Thorchain. Obviously, Thorchain being at the middle of DeFi. It's the center of DeFi. Boom. Jason's here. Hey, champ, where do I drop my ETH Addy for the whitelist I won yesterday? Fat General. Fat General, I saw you win. Yeah, go over there and drop it in the giveaway channel. The same channel that we did the giveaway on. Just respond there, and I'll add you to the list. As I mentioned at the beginning of this broadcast, the Medal of Honor whitelist spots are almost completely filled. We'll be doing the Medal of Honor mint sometime next week. The exact day and time will be announced very soon. I had a poll going on, and it's still going on, I believe. You can vote over there in the general chat of the Discord Champagne Room, link down below, of whether I should do this mint on the weekend or the weekday. The weekend or the weekday, and the community seems to be about 50-50 with a little bit more votes for the weekday mint. So, I'll announce the date soon, but it's going to be sometime either next week or next weekend. But it's definitely, very, very soon within, about the week, So make sure that you jump in the Discord for a chance to win a Medal of Honor whitelist spot. This is a free mint for everyone that's on the whitelist. And those whitelist spots are almost filled up. So make sure you go over there and react to the bot. The bot is picking random winners. And I've been doing the bot giveaways all week. So we got a few people on the list. Our OGs are on the list. Guys like Adrian, Jojo. Our OG boomers. I appreciate you guys. So make sure you slide in there. Get on the whitelist for a chance to mint. You see the Medal of Honor, the gold Medal of Honor, right here on the bottom right-hand screen. There's going to be only 6 of these Medal of Honor gold NFTs. Only 6. There'll be 12 silver and 15 bronze. Now, they're all free to mint, but if you end up collecting 1 gold, 1 silver, and 1 bronze, you'll win, or you'll get a crypto champion, a 2022 crypto championship ring NFT. I was actually talking to the artist yesterday and getting all the details, and it's currently under construction, so it should be complete. I would say this week or by next week, and that will be the sequel drop here in the Champagne Room. These drops are powered by the Champagne Room. Ultimately, we're going to be doing our major drop to the general audience, which is our MetaCox, the keys to unlock meta combat and NFT battles. The MetaCox Generation 0, the Genesis collection, will be the key to unlock meta combat and NFT battles, which is ultimately where we want to lead the project to. This Genesis collection will be the key to that, to the future of meta combat and NFT battle. So we got a few drops planned here with the Champagne Room, that they're going to be all powered by the Champagne Room. If you guys got more ideas, I'm up to it. I'm open. Just let me know. And we will continue to give you this live Kaboom daily and identify the potential boomers, because this is the path to 7, 8 figures and beyond. Okay? Some of you guys are trying to unlock that 6 figures. Others are trying to unlock the 7. Some are getting closer to the 8. I just want to see more digits, more bits, and more kabooms. Shout out to Guys Life. That's why Dot is going to pump early on last time. You may be right about that. It's been sleepy. Dot has been sleepy. It has lost weight. It was at its top 10. Remember when Dot first came out, it was really aggressive, slid into the top 10 very quickly. And then it got kind of quiet. That's the case with a lot of these coins, that they show a lot of promise. They come into the market, they make a lot of noise, they bang, 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 and then they kind of quiet down. And then they may bleed out. And if they really got what it takes, they will resurrect. And they could maybe even bounce back higher than they debuted at. And I do expect that with some of these coins, and that's why I'm saying we're preparing for big gains. I'm saying we're preparing. So, we're going to keep our eyes. If Bitcoin continues to bleed out, I know a lot of people are going to try to retreat and get out of the altcoins. I'm going to think of doing possibly the opposite, where it's, sucking it up and acquiring some of these altcoins, even if they're dropping. The ones that we like, though, you know what I mean? The ones that I like. I like the ETH alternatives, the Solanas, the Terras, the AVAX, the Matics, the Phantoms, the Chronos. Specifically Chronos, Matic, and Phantom are the ones that I've used the most. AVAX as well. Terra and Solana I haven't really been that active with, but I'm a believer. Sandbox, that's another one. When Sandbox comes around and people start really playing and using the whole metaverse, right now it's still in its infancy. It's still in its infancy. But listen and look and pay attention to the companies, the corporations that have set up shop over there in Sandbox, including Warner, Snoop Dogg, Death Row, the rest of these meta maniacs out there. They got mid to long-term plans. And you want to position yourself to be in and around that to perhaps benefit from the gains. Now, I'll continue to do research, and I ran a poll over there on the Discord whether we should mint these Medals of Honor on either Phantom, Polygon, Ether, or AVAX. And the poll responded in that order, with the favored being Phantom, second favored being Matic. Now, I would admit that I'm more of a Phantom head than I am a Matic head, although I use both. And I would like to see the mint occur on Phantom. Now, the only barrier that I can see here is if we do the mint on Phantom, the NFTs won't automatically be available on a marketplace to trade immediately. Because if you mint on Phantom, the marketplace, the NFT marketplaces on Phantom are not OpenSea. They're PaintSwap, NFT Key, Tofu. And according to the research that I've done, those three marketplaces that I mentioned, Tofu, PaintSwap, and NFT Key, required for you to submit your collection for approval before it's traded, as opposed to OpenSea, where you don't got to do anything. It just automatically pops up. So this is something that I'm running into, as the man behind this, whether I go ahead and just take that extra step and see, how long it takes to go through the approval process so that these metals could be listed on a marketplace over there on Phantom, or just avoid that, launch it on Matic with the expectation that the NFTs, the Medals of Honors, will immediately be available for trade for buying and trading or whatever over there on OpenSea. Now, OpenSea is more of a standard. That's one thing I would like to see. If you mint this NFT, you want to go ahead and look at it immediately. And be able to buy more or sell it right there. And that's one thing that is attractive of OpenSea is, it's right there, right then and there. Now, like I said, if I go for Matic and we do the mint, then I got to wait for it to go live. So then I can go on the other side, submit the project to one of these marketplaces and hope that they approve. It may take a day. It may take a week. I don't know. So give me your opinion on that for those that are listening. It makes me want to consider Matic a little bit more. Matic being our number 2 choice. Okay, I'm a little bit more of a favoring Phantom personally, but thinking of the big picture and having less friction. There could be less friction on Matic. I don't know. Shout out to the Metamaniacs. We are preparing for big gains. Let me go to page 2 and see if there's any other coins that we should keep an eye on over here. Look, another one here that's a small cap coin that it seems like they have a revenue model, and this is not on page 2, but it's BAT. And I've talked about this in a moment. There was a time period there where we were really talking about BAT. They had like a referral code, and they were kicking back some BAT tokens for those that were joining. I ultimately abandoned their browser after they had some sort of an update mistake with the MetaMask, and it didn't work for a while, and there was some sort of a glitch, and I abandoned and I went back to Chrome. But I used Brave for a while. They do have an interesting value proposition, and they are the first mover in that market, I believe, as far as like advertising for and letting the people click and receive crypto rewards. So, keep an eye on BAT. I like their business model, and it seems like they have a model to generate revenue. Okay, and that advertising online is major. Neutrino seems like it's back on its pegs. Celsius is up. Let's see who else we got. Holochain. Moonbeam is another one. This one is, it's been around. Moonbeam, the GLMR. I always confuse them with Mover. Anchor's all right. Now, these are ones that I would keep an eye on as the market gets bearish, because these things may bounce back a lot stronger. Yearn, this is an OG DeFi coin already. Yearn. Sushi Swap and 1inch, I think that they're also valuable. These tokens, they have a revenue model. Wax as well, that's another one. And then, of course, DeFi Kingdoms, we're in this position right now. Tomb, if you're bullish on Phantom. Let's go on number 3. VVS is cool. That's if you're bullish on CRO, VVS is interesting. We were in and out of that one. And the exchanges, again, they're attractive because they have revenue models. BuySwap has done all right. Joe, another automatic market maker over there on AVAX, might do well when things get bullish. There goes that Moon River. Energy Web. I've heard speculation that this may be used with Tesla or something like that. UFO Gaming. This is another one. Which leads us back to the metaverse. I think the metaverse is going to take a major hit. They've already begun taking a hit. NFTs and the metaverse are going to take a major hit. They've already started to take a hit. And that's okay. I think that's necessary. That's needed. And it will set us and prepare us for those big gains that are to come when things swing back around. Yeah, I would keep an eye on all these play to earns. Axie, Decentraland, Sandbox, Gala, Steppen, Smooth Love Potion. That's another Axie token. Wax, Immutable X, DeFi. All of these, the majority of these seem to have somewhat of a solid future. I'm looking at Mana, Sand. Steppen has done really well. I like Wax's revenue model. Wax seems to have some promise. Illuvium has like their own blockchain, if I'm not mistaken. So keep an eye on these. A lot of these, look, most of them are all in the red. Look at the 7 days for all these metaverse coins. Down 12, down 13, 19, 18, 30. I think they're going to bleed out more. You're going to see them probably lose about 50%. At least. Okay. And that may be the time to start picking some of these up. But I guarantee that right here on this page right here, we're going over, and it's one of these is the next 100x or more when things swing back around, and we got to prepare for those big gains. Which one could it be? I don't know. All right, guys, take a few more comments and questions. Like I said, whitelist spots are almost full. Okay, are almost full. Make sure you jump in that Champagne Room Discord for an opportunity to win. The mint will be free for everybody on the whitelist. Brave is awesome, but tokenomics suck. Yeah, I couldn't comment directly on the tokenomics because I don't remember them offhand. But I like the business model of what they have to offer. You can run ads on their browser, and the people that run those ads, they got to pay in BAT. And if people click on the ads, they receive BAT tokens. So they have some sort of a model there. There's a business model. Now, have they worked out all the kinks? Probably not. But I do think that there's something there. It seems like a business, right? Of course, Phantom, I've been talking about Phantom every day. So I'm bullish on Phantom. I think it's going to stick around. Sand is doing good things. Illuvium too. Yeah. No, but listen, all these that we're talking about, Sand, Phantom, all these Brave, I believe that they are solid, but they are probably more than likely going to experience more downward pressure here in this bear market. So you got to prepare and brace for impacts. These things can continue to lose weight. You got Sandbox here at $2.77. I mean, Sandbox can go back to $2. It could go to $1.50 for all I know. You see what I'm saying? But that being said, even if that does happen, Sandbox is ranked number 43 now. I could see a time where Phantom could be a top. Sandbox could be a top, and Phantom for that matter. Sandbox and Phantom could be top 20 coins, top 15 coins. Yeah, I think that's there's potential in that. We're gonna have to wait. All right, guys, that's about it for today. I appreciate all the maniacs. Make sure you join me over there on the Discord. Make sure you go over there and click and click and click and click for those whitelist spot opportunities. Also, vote in the poll. Let me know if you prefer to mint on a weekday or a weekend. I'm talking about the Medal of Honors. Make sure you get on all these lists because we're going to have subsequent drops. I'm going to try to provide as much utility, and it's going to be fun, guys. Make sure you get in early when things are bearish, when things are quiet right now, where like the normies are not like banging their pots about NFTs and meta and crypto. This is the good time. This is the good time. I know that it doesn't look good on the charts, but this is the time to stack and pack and be patient and to identify, to build. And that's what we're doing. To do the research, to study, to prepare, to continue to build, to lay out each brick, to spread the mortar. All right, guys. Shout out to the Meta Maniacs, Guys Life, and the rest of the boomers. I appreciate you guys. I'll be back soon. It's the voice of the blockchain, Satoshi's big cousin, cryptography's finest, Champagne Crypto, the Block Father. Thank you for tuning in.